things like the Alistair will rise in value, along with the Varus as well, but instead they're just going to prioritize a strong top laner for Fab Fabulous.
Fab Fabulous grabbing that Aatrox early on here, and the response from G2, they're going to put Wonder on something with some firepower in the top lane this time around, making sure they've got the Urgot with it. Looks like they're thinking about some range, thinking about some laning power, but maybe just in a little bit of a different flavor this time around. The Caitlyn hover coming in and locked in. Supermassive.
All right, so our first Caitlyn of the World Championship.
Which heavy lifting. They want to try to make it so he's got a little bit harder of a job, and not. He's familiar with it. The matchup is comfortable. G2 going to grab the Orianna for themselves there in the mid lane to go up against that Cassiopeia of GBM.
So I always get a little concerned when I see Perks on Orianna. I feel like that when he's put on control, so that's not the best start. Not the end of the world, but not the best, especially in ulti in mid.
GBM going to be pulled back by that shockwave. They're looking to go all the way underneath the turret, looking to find this one. GBM taken very low at first blood over to G2 with the heal onto the Olaf to make sure he gets out okay. They get themselves on the board first.
Now Flash all in onto GBM and find themselves a kill. Now we see a trade in bot.
Bottom side, it's CC into CC. The binding into the trap to make sure they've got the damage. 2 versus 2. It's super massive. Coming up super big to find themselves one. Won't be able to grab the second one, but they will get
30 CS up on his lane opponent. Orianna into Cassio is often considered a pretty good matchup for Orianna, and he started off with a pretty good CS lead, but now we see a fight down bot.
Did knocked over the wall. Going to be taken somewhat low as Yanko's going forward. Stasis coming out from Snowflower, trying to keep himself alive, but now the Pillar's coming down too. They're looking to find the revenge kill onto Yankos. G2 looking to get themselves away on this one. Already going to be losing their jungler though. Damage coming out from Yarnan into the side, but Stonemage grabs the kill onto Adid. It's 2 for 1. Going the way of Supermassive. One head to head and just having that blow for blow sort of a contest. Top side as well, as you can see bottom now. Snowflower's in a lot of trouble. Doesn't look like he's going to have much of a way out of this one. Damage coming through though. Supermassive looking to retaliate here. Maybe grab one in return. Won't do it though.
So they're a little hesitant to just commit.
Supermassive also don't have a teleport on their top laner, who's still hanging out on the bottom side of the map, just around the red buff. This could be very bad for Supermassive if they get themselves caught out here. Stonemage's going to be in a lot of trouble. Pulled back into the grinder! First kill of the team fight goes over to G2. They'll make it a double for the top laner.
So you see on the minimap, Cassio forced out of the fight. Aatrox wasn't even involved either, but now Wonder in a 1v2.
Oh, bottom side. Wonder looking to make this happen, though. Fab Fabulous is going to be taken low. Wonder's trying to wait for the ultimate to run out. Doesn't want to allow him to find the revive. Shoots off the ulti. Not going to get it, though. Resurrection still going through, and Wonder fights them off. 1 versus 2. Come at me, boys. This guy has no fear. Down from the side of G2 as Supermassive continues to stay on the back foot, though. Rift Herald now summoned up in the mid lane. Seeing if they can get some turret pressure on with this one. It's at half HP already, so one big Shelly charge might just take it down.
Ooh, we can see GBM coming in from the flank.
Turret destroyed, shockwave down into GBM. Can Supermassive find anything here? Flash into the petrifying gaze, looking to make the plays happen. Instead it's going to be Cassio taken very low. Janko's already going to be killed as the fear beyond death will find fear on multiple people. That Fabulous into the back line, still going to find the kill onto Perks. Shutdown over onto Wonder. Supermassive's able to find a few so far. Perks still getting himself away from the top side of the river as more damage comes out. The chain not finding its way onto Wadid. And it's 1 dead on the side of Supermassive.
Coast Olaf feels pretty tanky as well. And so you can just look to force a fight. Supermassive just want to mitigate that as much as possible, but they've gone for the dragon while G2 have started off the Baron.
Supermassive committing for that Infernal Drake. The pressure from G2 so far this game onto those Elemental Drakes has made them overcommit towards it, so we'll see if this ends up getting punished. G2 still in the Baron, gonna find that one for themselves, but now can they get the hell out of town in time? Wadid's gonna be the sacrificial lamb. He'll go down, GBM grabs the kill, but you still will take that for the side of G2. You lose your support, but it's Baron on the other 4 members.
More kills in that lane. The pressure that Perks has been able to generate far outweighs that of the bot lane of Supermassive.
See if Wadid gets himself cut out hard enough here. CC coming through, damage also going in, keeping himself alive with that ultimate here for now. Chains come out, Wadid's going to be brought down. They're looking to go after Perks. The Miasma goes down. The Petrifying Gaze also going to be there. Does not find the stun, however. Supermassive already got themselves one. Will they look for any more? Starts to approach that in-game status. We'll see how that works out. Curtain call going to be opened up here. Perks looking to potentially find the ball onto Zeitnot. Not going to get it there. Instead, it looks like the fight's just going to sizzle out for now. Nothing too crazy happening. Instead, over the wall they go. Make a liar out of me. Why don't you? Fab Fabulous looking to start things off here. GBM's going to be on the front line. Going to be taken very low. Almost killed. Shut down now by Yarnan. Yanko's going to be taken very low now. Next, Zeitnot going on a killing spree. Grabbing that one. Wonder's also going to drop a double kill over to Zeitnot. It's 3 versus 3. Fab Fabulous into the front line. Perks still somehow alive. A double kill over to Yarnan as well. Supermassive fall back, and G2 head over to the Infernal Drake.
And find the win over G2. It will be Zeitnot that will carry them there.
He's the
TP
hero
flank.
of the day right now. TP flank coming in. Yarnan and what did? Caught out in the wrong place. Or are they actually? It's a rampage for Yarnan. The fight's turned on his head. A double kill for G2's AD carry. Get the hell out of our jungle.
And Supermassive think that they can find the flank onto Yarnan and Wadid. They were just sitting on vision, but Perks had time to go back to base. He shows up. He ends up being the hero of the duo, and they turn around the fight. Baron will be going down in favor of G2 Esports.
Where they tried to find the collapse, he only got off 2 auto attacks. Not quite as much, and they're going to need so much out of him. Lord Dominic's regards now completed. This could be Supermassive stand right here. Wadid's going to be on the front line. Still good enough for the Alistar ulti. Big 4-man pull. GBM's going to be in some trouble getting himself away. Still going to be stuck on the front line, taken down by the shockwave. Zeitnot still got free firing time, but G2's been able to find a couple already. Resurrection down to Fab Fabulous. Snowflower stuck in the stasis. Around the corner comes Jankos as Zeitnot has to get himself back over the wall to safety. Gets back with the 90 caliber net as Fab Fabulous retreats to the safety of the last remaining inhibitor turret. Wonder's just crawling through the base, not a care in the world, but those shots are going to at least make him think twice about it. G2 with 1 dead on the enemy team in the mid lane, 1 dead in that support role, 2 total casualties for Supermassive. They've got the ability to now try to roll through here and knock down some inhibs. We'll see if they can find them. Fab Fabulous already back down to half HP. You can't go anywhere near Perks. He's so damn strong. The push onto the Nexus turret as number 1's already gone. Stowmage is going to be thrown into the grinder. Wonder makes sure they pick up that kill with Zeitnot down. The game is done. G2 find their revenge for the first day. They'll find their revenge against Supermassive, and they'll go up 2-1 here in this group.
There it is.
Stop patting your stats.
This forces EDG to leave things like Rise up and available, but instead, they believe in their Zyra Rakan bot lane, and it should be strong enough to come out on top.
Kai'Sa's also really strong in general right now for themselves, as opposed to that Nocturne that I mentioned earlier that I thought would get locked in. We'll see if that goes into the jungle, or maybe it's even a top lane bait. It looks like maybe that's a top lane Gragas, and Edward Gaming's going for something else.
Can't talk about the hovers, Flowers.
We can't talk about the hovers. I committed to it in that first game and did not have a very good game for himself. Camille Jungle, one of those champions that wants it tends to stay there, and EDG say, all right, you're going to play a champion with some Telegraph CC. That sounds like it's a good time to repose.
So Ray going for a bit of a fan favorite with the Fiora. We haven't seen the champion for a while. He replacement jungler at full clear, love the jungler that they often relied on heavily during the regular season, and the significantly more aggressive jungler in the early game as well.
Now, the thing is, there's quite a lot of minions here. You've also got the Nocturne still hanging around here too. Katapaco going to be in some trouble. The gank comes in, the damage goes through. Katapaco trying to flash out, get himself away on this one, down to 200 HP, drinking the potion, healing up. Winds of War come through, takes him down to 100 HP, tries to buy some time, but nope. Haro says, take a drink, buddy. First blood over to Haro, only level 3 before that gank, did spend some time looking for opportunities bottom lane. Solid Snake level 5, making his way down towards the bottom lane now, trying to find the gank here on the EDG bottom laners. iBoy has to flash out, keeping himself alive. Mako also going to be pulling himself back there with the Zenith Blade to make the escape. TP going to be channeled. Mako with a flash forward into the stun, and the damage range true as Scout picks up kill number 2.
And EDG as a team always impressed me with how quickly they're able to react to plays as we see more fighting.
All right, they're not reacting to anything here. They're the ones being proactive going in. Arce getting himself back. Solid Snake also going to be kept alive on that one, but Mako is just fearless here on the Leona. Haro shows up now as well to make sure that if they're sticking around, they are going to be taken down. Scout decides to go all the way in, and the Winds of War will find their target. Not head on over, grab some early bonus damage for your team. Infernal Drake picked up for Edward Gaming. Just 9 minutes in, it's another element going in their favor. They'd be setting something up here on the bottom side.
All right, here we go.
There comes the play. It's going to be 3v3, though. They ran it on the side of EDG, but they're still going to lose their AD carry. He's already been taken down. The damage goes through, and now Mako might be in some trouble here himself. Solar Flare coming out, not going to find the mark on the enemy AD carry. A double kill over now to the side of Infinity Esports. Can they make it a triple? The auto won't find its way in, but they've got the fight.
And this is what we were waiting for. But now, Ray arrives in the bot lane. EDG, they're looking for something back.
Ray wants to try to finish somebody off here. Can he get the kill onto Rinyu? Does do so. Grand challenge going to be healing him back up now as well, but will it be enough? He grabs the double onto Solid Snake. Enemy jungler down. The Scion can't find the counter kill just yet. The heal from the Vital not quite enough.
So in a 1 versus 3, Ray is able...
This EDG gank squad roaming around right now, seeing if they can make any plays happen. Predator going to be channeled from Haru. Looking for the engage here. EDG moving forward, 4 men strong. Infinity ready to maybe make a counterattack go through here. Scion ultimate up towards the fight, looking to start something off. Scout goes in, able to find the 3-man taunt into the Winds of War now as well, looking to channel the ulti, not going to be able to do it. Arcee's already going to be taken out of the fight though as the Irelia ultimate finds its way into the middle of the mix. Infinity still looking to strike back. Its health bar's low on all sides as Haru's going to drop the Relic. They're still going to find more damage at the taunts. The shutdown credit over to Galio, grabbing the kill onto the enemy Scion. Ray gets the kill to Kotopako. It's a double kill for him. Solid Snake's also going to be dropping as EDG is popping off. They take down everybody on Infinity except for Rinyu.
That mistake, but Ray continuing with the pressure in the bot side of the map. Black Cleaver has been finished. He has a red buff as well, and he's just making mincemeat of that tower.
And of that Scion, with the grand challenge issued for Vitals, means Scion's almost completely dead. They're looking to stop the ulti to get himself away. Ray's still going to be taken rather low, still going to be shut down. Kill credit goes over to the AD carry of Infinity, but is it going to be enough? Featherstorm comes out. Iboy's still looking to go further underneath the turret. Can't grab the damage he needs. Another turret shot into him almost finishes him off. It's a 1-for-1 at the end of the day. They shut down the enemy top laner, and for Infinity, that fight is okay. Topside Scout with the outplay takes down Kotopako in the 1-on-1. They've found moments of success.
Yep.
But it's still not enough. EDG just seems so far in control. Outside of a major error, I don't see how you come back into the game, but they're going to look to do it right now. Looking to find the team fight initiation is Infinity, but Solid Snake's going to be taken low already.
They get Iboy!
But Iboy's already going to be killed. The double kill over to Kotopako. Infinity have found multiple members of EDG. Scout's now in some trouble underneath the turret, but they're still looking to collapse with the full might of the team. Arcee's in the back line. Infinity needs to finish the rest of them off. Mako's going to be taken low. Scout's going to be taken low. Shut down over to Kotopako. More damage coming through. You gotta be kidding me. Ace, Infinity Esports.
Infinity find the dream team fight against Edwards Gaming. The Baron is in their eyes. They have all 5 members alive. And Infinity, it is happening.
Get in my time machine with me, Venius. We're going back to Worlds 2017 right now. EDG up against SKT, 10,000 gold. It's a mid lane team fight. It's a Rakan flank from the left bush, and it kills everybody. And it does it here again.
Infinity do it. To let the ball slip, that's when they start to slow down. And Infinity, they capitalized upon that moment. They saw it and they made it happen. You can see Infinity with first Baron have a record of 13-0 and they're going in again.
Arcee's going in yet again, looking to find that initiation. They're still underneath the turret though. This could be good. We'll see if they can find the damage. Iboy's out of the picture. This could be the team winning fight. We'll see if they're able to find the damage over the rest. Mako's already going to be brought down. Scout as well. Infinity Esports, you just did it!
Infinity 5-0 once again will rip through the heart of EDG and find the upset win.
To Infinity and beyond, the Nexus in their sights. God bless, they take down EDG.
Now, Supermassive, they've invested so many bans in towards the mid lane. First, you look at the kind of champions that he played, Darius, Renekton, Kennen. The fact that you first pick Scion means that it gives a couple more options for Rock. And this is a bit of a Snowflower special.
Yes, sir.
This guy is a huge playmaker.
Assassin that can just insta-give him out of the fight.
Now, earlier in the day, we did see GBM get counterpicked by Perks with his Orianna into the Cassio, and he struggled in the Varus as well.
This is the first Jarvan of play-ins. This is the first Jarvan that Stomaged has played all split long. He did not have any plays on this during summer. He's now breaking it out. There is the ability to, of course, lock people into that death cage. You can just get them stuck in there, no way out, free firing time for the Varus. Of course, Jarvan Galio.
Ice play Supermassive as the game progresses.
Quick correction on my statement earlier. I had to double check to make sure it was not actually Jarvan in the 5th game in the WE versus C9 match. I do believe that was in there earlier on, but
Steal away some of these camps and still feel pretty safe with how things are going.
Stomage still hanging around here on this top side. Lloyd already used the body slam getting over that last wall, so he probably has to flash. Yep.
He thought the blast cone was there. That's why he sit over the wall. Now Rich is
Rich flashes out, but the flash into the play to follow it up. Rich is down in first blood over to the super massive bottom lane. We pray time around. Stomaged in the enemy jungle, recognizing the fact that his lanes have priority in both mid and bottom, so he feels safe making that invade happen.
Yep.
First Elemental Drake this time around is going to be a Cloud, so no one's investing any resources into that just yet. GBM flash into the taunt. Stomaged has the knock-up, and the Wombo combo is massive for Supermassive. They grab themselves kill number 2 as bottom side. Ascension's trying to make the play in a 3 versus 2, bringing Lloyd down to the bottom lane, but he doesn't have the same success.
He got his hands on the LeBlanc, and he was just roaming around the map, finding a bunch of kills. You can see his damage contribution was huge, but Ascension, they're trying to play around the bot lane for the time being.
Ascension wants to make it happen here again. The 2 versus 2 comes out. Zeitnot is taken down without even needing Lloyd to come in there yet. Snowflower's in some trouble. One more auto attack should finish that one off. A double kill for Ascension will tie this game up. And then for Supermassive as we crest the 9-minute mark, 800 gold up for
the
them.
Dive.
As bottom side, GBM and Stomaged have both shown up. Remember, once somebody goes in, whether it's Snowflower off of a hook, Stomaged off of the EQ combo, the Galio can join in and follow up, but GBM has left. Supermassive has decided to change the plan, just focus on Turret instead. Won't be able to quite find that just yet. Rich tries to go in. Stomage getting himself out with that EQ as Lloyd makes the engage. Explosive cast gonna knock 2 back. Rich still gonna be taken very low in this when the Cataclysm comes down, looking to burn down that support. They've got him. Death sentence now down onto the enemy. Grok is here as well. GBM making his entrance heroically, of course, as G4 manages to find the kill in his Zeitnot before he dies himself. It's 3 for 1 Supermassive.
And the execution falls apart for Ascension as Supermassive find a huge fight. Nixar now on the run.
GBM still going after this enemy AD carry. He doesn't have flash. He used the ult already. The taunt comes down, but do they have the damage to finish this one off cleanly? They will. Vedius shutdown credit over to GBM. Flies in and ends up just going 1 for 1. That is not a good trade.
No, it certainly is not. It has resulted now with Supermassive picking up the Rift Herald, sitting at a 2 is here. Everything is all right. Fabulous is able to walk away with that one just fine. He didn't have his flash available, so could have ended in disaster. Now, Rich gets reined in.
Another good lasso coming out from Snowflower on this one. GBM able to find the taunt down onto 2. Zeitnot's in some trouble. Lloyd looking to find the damage onto him. Flashback, giving himself alive, grabbing the kill down now onto Lloyd. Roots come out. Nixar unleashes the ultimate, looking to keep himself in a decent enough spot. Ascension Gaming going to be taken very low. Zeitnot has already been taken down, though. Rocky's into the back line. Nixar is going to be taken almost down, but not quite yet. Stomage grabbing that kill with the Dragon Lance, as now Ascension are still looking to run down the rest of Supermassive. They've managed to win themselves the fight.
This ends up being a big win. He could hit anyone and he'll do a huge amount of damage. Now we see a TP flank coming in from Supermassive.
They've got GBM on the front. Looking to start things off here. It's going to be Lloyd that they find their way onto. That is not a tanky Gragas. Goes into stasis. They bring in the cavalry charge from Fabulous. Still a lot of damage coming out onto Zeitnot. He cannot stay safe as Ascension look to turn the fight around. Stomage going to be running away low health off to the side. GBM going to be taken very low here too. He's caught by the ultimate from the Camille as Fabulous grabs the kill on an Ixstar now as well. You've still got one carry alive on Ascension in the form of G4. Still looking to press this fight even further. Snowflower and Fabulous hanging around, plenty of HP, but the damage dealers are dead for Supermassive. And he's done okay for himself. He's been a part of 5 kills out of the 8 his team has, but 3 deaths. not exactly where you want to be, giving over a few more of those than he'd like. As Fabulous has found the flank onto Ascension here, trying to start the fight up here on the side, as Rich is also going to be in some trouble off the left there. Fabulous tries to get himself away, going to be interrupted by the Hextech Ultimatum. Galliwalty coming in now as well. GBM looking to find a massive torch! He's killing everybody! Ascension Esports is on the run as Supermassive find an absolutely phenomenal amount of CC.
That was a fantastic combo from GBM and Stomage. And Rocky gets interrupted. He's now on the run as Supermassive are coming in for
Ray Rocket by some snowball's chance in him. Oh Lord, he got pulled in by the lasso and he is out of there. Shutdown credit over to Snowflower as the Baron goes the way of Supermassive.
And this is why we were with trying to set up that kind of a play as Snowflower continues to look for a target.
Those lassos have found Rich and Lloyd so many times this game. They have really lived up to the name of Death Sentence so far. Supermassive will continue to push, putting the damage into the tier 3 turret here in the top side. Lloyd again lassoed up as the Galio ultimate will come in. Will be interrupted there by Rich, but putting himself on the front line means he's now the sacrificial lamb. Fabulous with the Gargoyle Stone Plate will tank up the remaining members. A double kill over to Zeitnot means Supermassive now pushes all the way into the base. They're looking at the Nexus.
They still have 5 members alive. They have a minion wave available to them. The Baron buff is up and ready. Supermassive looking to end the game right now.
They're on to Nexus turret number 1. It's out of the picture. Vedius Nexus turret number 2 will face no help either. Ascension are on their last legs here, and they will not have a chance to defend any further. Rocky goes into stasis. Zeitnot's there to pick him up. He grabs the shutdown, and Supermassive, 27 minutes in, will take down Ascension.
Now Surnfire takes back to Summoner's Rift. He is the OPL's MVP. He is certainly the
Now we have to see where the priority remains, though. Aatrox is still up and available. Infinity getting their pick of the litter when it comes to
guys played. Then, you know, they can put some big pressure on Bio.
now seeing how they round out this first ban phase and securing themselves a solid
on Shern, because this is probably his 2 most played champions from what I have seen recently. And that is not what I expected coming out of the Direwolves lineup.
Without new picks that can just delete a single member, maybe you can stop Direwolves from setting themselves up in that position, but they're not going to let it happen. Is this... All right, Lissandra going into the mid lane.
Yep. I think that is a little bit...
Can they bring it back? A rough day 1 could turn into a miraculous day 2, and quite frankly, already has. But another win here sets them up for a beautiful set of tiebreakers, depending on how the rest of the day plays out. Direwolves on the opposite side. Surnfire finally returning. Not the start that they wanted. Been a lost game. 7.4k gold deficit at the worst moments in those games. Turning it around with 2 team fights. Kotopaco turning the gank around with some fancy footwork. Triple may just be caught out here. Nocturne now coming in. Self-ulti is going to be forced out. Trying to buy a bit more time as Kotopaco makes it out to safety. Can they turn this one? First blood with the flash forward from Triple. Fired back on the opposite side for Infinity, but well played to turn the situation around.
Yeah, it certainly was, and Triple just trusting himself in that situation.
And enough to keep Triple alive, but kind of as predicted, no Summoner's Burn, so we're going to see more focus here in the mid lane against Triple, and it makes sense. When you see that Azir game, Azir champion, we usually expect to wait a few items before it comes online, but Triple was making plays throughout the course of the game. Now, however, it looks like he's just going to die. Solid Snake pushes the R button. Kotopaco pushes his 2
picks during the mid game, because right now the...
So it's like it may just be the time. Locking LeBlanc down, not really a lot of options for her to run through. Kotopaco now running for his life. All to use. Cleanse immediately going to be the follow-up. Dashing out to safety, and Surnfire just left chasing. Not going to get anything, but here comes the Nocturne to try and turn and burn right immediately onto the Lissandra. Not quite enough damage. Pulled back. The Fear still going to connect. One more auto. Solid Snake gets it. Surnfire's in no man's land. The flash forward. That's the double for Infinity. With the immediate follow back from King. Oh, the kill! Out of nowhere. Direwolves collapse on the Infinity lineup. Kotopaco, though, still going to make it out to safety. Not going to be able to chase him down in the jungle.
Yeah, don't even go for it. Instead, they just preserve. As we already mentioned, I think there's a lot of pressure on him, and he's losing out in this jungle matchup. Solid Snake having a very impressive early game.
Now a little bit of aggression on the bottom side. Kai'Sa going to look to go in for a little bit more, forcing out the Devour from Tom Kent. Can't stop himself from getting stunned, however. Trying to buy a bit more time for King to run out of this one, but the Braum is doing so much damage. That's the Kai'Sa ulti being used up. King is going to fall, and now their eyes are set on Cupcake. May just make it out to safety. Not going to push for the dive, but Infinity with the 2v2 kill. And quite enough priority, but it does mean that bot lane is free to hit onto that tower. Now Cupcake coming in, a TP coming in. Direwolves going to look for the turn. Haven't quite found anything yet, though. Renyu's still completely untouched on the backside. Now the Nocturne comes out. They can't see the Kai'Sa. She's weaving in and out of the fight. It's effortless. Lissandra ulti is not followed up whatsoever. And here comes death and destruction for the Direwolves. Churnfire turning as much as he can. That's 2 kills. Getting traded back and forth. But at the end of the day, the 3 for 2 in favor of the Infinity lineup.
And that was such an impressive ultimate. Now Relic once more.
One more. Gonna bring him back. Fear beyond death. And there's not another name for Tilted after that one. Direwolves have to pull it together after a play like that.
And Infinity are just rolling at the moment, going to be able to translate it. The reason that Shern is such a highly prized possession, but I think that the persistent of Solid Snake and Kotopaku to really stick to that game plan is impressive. They go again.
Is coming out, chaining it together. The Tom Kent's doing what he can to save his AD carry. King's gonna get spat out. He's gonna try to move his way back, but the Braum is blocking any follow-up, and Churnfire dies before he can take anyone else. Left all alone under the tower. King goes down again.
And one more time, they make the play. They get everything out of the Direwolves, and there is no response. They're also moving in on mid lane. It's not in Shern's wheelhouse. You know, that must have been a call coming from someone else on the team. And one more time, they want to start up the fight.
King running for his life. He may just burn down inside the Tom Kent.
Oh.
He does. Killing spree now. They're going to try to take him out. Tom Kent might just get a snack, but I don't know if it's going to be enough. Nocturne now running. The Braum is there to defend, but the shutdown comes in for sure. And Lissandra over the wall wants to lock up the AD carry, wants to bring it back for the Direwolves, but the concussive blows are there, and Renyu is running for his life. The Aatrox burns him down where he stands, and Kotopaku now looking for the retreat. Can't go for the fancy footwork, trying to dodge his way out. Triple does not hesitate to flash in. Kotopaku gonna burn his flash as well.
Oh.
Dashing over! Oh my god, outplayed! BioPanther can't get anything back. Kotopaku is just styling. Where did this guy come from? Pretty much just always be scared when this ulti is up.
Yeah, it certainly should be. I mean, last time the Devour came through and it still didn't do anything. You can just see they're looking to attack the side lane. Kotopaku goes in, he's in trouble.
Trying to run out, trying to get his way to safety, but has so many tools to get away from the hard CC here. Just wants to focus on taking out the opposition, wants to leap to safety. Skarner gonna bring him back though. Nearsighted, not quite enough. Kotopaku getting pulled back, but he still manages to live. King gonna burn him down, shut down for the side of Direwolves. Exactly what they needed to bring them back.
Yeah, and a little bit of disrespect. Relic looking for the continued fight here.
Gonna continue leaping in. Now Urgot ulti has been tagged in. Aatrox wants to bring it back, hitting so many members. All the damage, and Infinity now on the retreat. No one will be going down yet.
And I want to see some of that mid-game aggression that we have seen, maybe now.
Nocturne ulti is going to be used right onto the Aatrox. Of course, does have the ultimate available if he wants to use it. Not going to use it quite yet. Wants to use it shortly to Fear, just not quite enough. BioPanther will be forced down. Churnfire now coming in. Looks like they're going to back off and just be happy with a single ultimate in the end.
Ultimate for ultimate, and you have to say that, you know, if you get it out of the 2-0 Aatrox or the 6-2-6.
Sandra now looking for the follow-up on a little Blanc. Isn't going to go through with it.
I would rather get out the Nocturne ultimate, because now all of a sudden the map pressure not as much. They go forward one more time.
This team is not hesitating to try to find the play, but Triple's going to find his way right into the back line.
Oh.
Moving forward, 4 members locked up. Not quite the damage they needed, but here comes the follow-up from the Direwolves, now hunting down the individual members. That's going to be the double for BioPanther. Or got in the middle of everybody. If he can get the ult, maybe the Fear can help him turn it, but it's too little, too late. Firing shots back into the belly of Cupcake, and a beautiful fight for the Direwolves. Yeah. No strangers to 50-50 Barons. Shern wants a heroic moment, a heroic comeback. It would be smiting this Baron. 600, not going to get it. Nocturne secures it. Direwolves, are they going to look for the fight? The Bar's ulti goes wide, but Triple is in the middle of everyone. Buying what time he can. BioPanther going in. Renyu already taking down Churnfire. 2 kills already down. Solid Snake taking everyone out on the back line, and this is disaster for the Direwolves.
And the teleport just came too late. Triple not willing to go into the fray immediately. They commit to the Baron. They take the team fight, and now they can look to push into the base.
Spawn, I cannot believe the confidence from Infinity, despite losing out on some of these plays, just to continue forcing over and over again, to find a weakness in the Direwolves lineup, and right when it matters most, they managed to sneak that Baron under the noses of Direwolves, take the fight to follow. Are they going to be greedy enough to go for the end? I don't think so. Use it here. Kotopaku just trying to find a flank, trying to find an avenue to go in. Throwing down a little bit of poke onto Triple. Triple think pretty obviously looking for a flank here. Infinity are going to know that this is coming, and they're just moving down into it. Triple. Ulti now already forced out. Nocturne ulti going to be used. They're going to immediately go in on a triple, try to lock him up. He's going to make it over the wall, but right into no man's land. Not a lot of doubt left in this team fight. Infinity just clearing through the Direwolves lineup. Sternfire running for his life. Braum blocking everything that Direwolves fire back as the double kill does manage to go through. Bars takes down the Braum. The fight just continues, though. Renyu untouched is just having a field day in this fight, though, as they clear through the Quadra. Are they going to give it to him? That's the Penta coming through for the Kai'Sa.
And you wonder why they compare the young man to White Lotus, able to style on the Wolfpack and guarantee his team the victory.
0-2 start, 2-0 finish. Beautiful from Infinity.
You don't want to give over one power pick and not the other, but I just think that the team fight present.
How impressive he can be on that Aatrox, how crucial it can be in winning out on the team fight.
Oh.
But I like this from Ascension Spawn, taking the Olaf away from Jankos.
I want to see Lee Sin. Lee Sin is historically a pretty good matchup into Olaf if you're able to find him and fight him.
Before Ascension.
I mean, you can go even like safer, play something like an Ezreal. What the hell? Okay.
Well, if you're going to go out swinging, I guess. Vayne now getting locked in from the... He says you want to go toe-to-toe. Last time we saw him in the Talia, it was the one we're excited about, the good Jankos. Snowballing an early game against Schalke in a tiebreaker. Sadly, it was only the early game where he remained relevant, and he's going to need a little bit more than early game to go toe-to-toe with a late-scaling Kassadin now on the lineup of Ascension.
Against the melee opponent, Wonder potentially looking for something on the top side. However, Lloyd in trouble.
Just moving in, Lloyd taking a lot of damage here, a lot of initial punch coming up. Rich is here, though. First blood goes out. Pyke going to get right out with that Phantom Undertow. Doesn't want a piece of it. Solid first blood pickup for G2.
Yeah, both supports rotating up. Rich was there first, but it didn't matter because Perks and Jankos on exactly the same page. Now G4 wants in, however.
No mana for Perks. Woodid is on the way. Is he going to commit for anything else? Looks like G4 now running, but he has to be careful. Jankos is ready with the follow-up CC. They managed to be able to burn through the Kassadin, but he wants it. The Pyke leaping forward. Here comes the hook. Pulls him back. Doesn't even need to. Perks' corpse on the ground as Rich now runs. Should be easy for the Pyke to make it out, but Jankos is on the hunt nonetheless. Knows better than to pursue any further.
Heads up play out of Rich as well. Just puts down the control.
A little bit more resistant to the early plays, but Jankos now has to be careful. He is the one in trouble. Level 5, Red Buff may be able to peel him back, but almost impossible to get this Kassadin out of him without the help of Perks. He goes in, he wants a little bit more, but he's going to need one more ult charge or the flash to commit. Now is he going to go for Perks too? He has the Red Buff, he has the regen. Maybe he can keep this play going. Wonder wants to keep it, but Lloyd is on the backside. G4 leaping over. Double kill dropping for G4. Wonder fires back, but this Kassadin is taken off.
Yeah, it certainly is how rotation down. You could see it already at the back of the Red Buff by the time he died. Jankos looking for the game.
Jankos and the ultimate. Rich is going to be able to leave out safe, but Nixor not quite so lucky. Not enough time to wait for the wall, and that means he drops the Kjarnan.
Perks' turret, one of them being his top laner Rocky that has flash available. Dracos, do they go for this?
They want to go for it, already using the ultimate for the Aatrox, just get him in faster. Perks, there's really no way out here, just hoping he can get a kill back. Rocky going to grab one.
SC carries here.
Rich playing a little aggressive, standing forward, ready to potentially try to get some damage down onto Jankos. And Rocky doing what he can on the top side, but Wonder, of course, as you already mentioned it, massive CS lead. Not quite as big of an item lead.
Ultimate for Rocky.
Let's be able to go for it. Ulti goes out, flash to take that one away. Now G2 looking to force play onto Rich. Chain CC has to be perfect to kill the Pyke, and it is taken out by the side of G2.
Yeah, beautifully played out of Wonder and Hadid. Jankos, different member, is going to have to carry all this G2 lineup. G4 goes forward.
That's a big risk. Here comes the headbutt pulverized once again. Chain CC comes through. G4 now running, trying to make it out to safety. The flash, the auto, hits him with the cowbell, and that's all she wrote.
Yeah, it certainly is. Meanwhile, the rest of G4's team is taking a dragon. Not going to work out. This comes into the teleport.
Wonder's on the way. Urgot is on the way. Lloyd may just have to run for this one. A little bit harder to chase down the Vayne and the Pyke. Wonder, hungry for it. Has the ghost out. Really wants to chase down this Olaf, but
all of the CC available. Looks like G2 should be able to take them. Rocky now in some trouble.
He's the knock up here to try to walk away as well. Urgot pulling it back, but Rocky may just have to burn ulti to stay alive here. Needs to be quick on the trigger, is going to use it. Wonder's just going to wait it out. Now pulling him back in the middle of the creep wave. Wants to keep this fight going. As he sees only about half the health bar is going to come back. Even less, 10%. Wants to kill him, buys a bit of time. But here comes the rest of the lineup. G4 is hunting, Rich is hunting. If he gets low enough, that man is going. Death from below, not going to be used. Wonder using the flash at a clutch moment, but they're chasing him down. They just want to kill him. Jankos is here to fire back. Death from below, not going to get the kill that they want. And G4 is now running as Jankos is hunting, pulling back the Pike, but the Pike is fed up. Tide isn't enough, wants to make it. He's going to flash out to safety. Yanko still hitting home, still getting the killing spree.
Yeah,
but meanwhile, so the bottom lane, taking out these towers, pushing in for more, making bigger advantages. The Cassid in the strong point, the Aatrox is not. Deleted immediately by the chain CC here, and you can see, oh, Perks not going to be able to sidestep that one. Phantom Undertow is going to chain a CC together. Now they're going to follow up. Kassadin grabs another one. Bit of an overstep, immediately punished. TP's now coming in. Run from this Kassadin is going to be a nightmare. Lloyd for the Alistar, but
Maybe even having the Caxton at this stage is a lot true. Looks like they might want to go for a fight, though.
potentially going to look to fight in the jungle. G4 can try to chase down isolated members. Baraki once again getting caught out. The ulti's going to be forced early. Wonder now moving in. Fear Beyond Death is going to throw it out. He's going to pull him right back. Clean pickoff from the side of G2.
And Ascension Gaming just continue to look for these fights in the jungle, but they are so far behind and there is no real way in. They can't isolate the members that they need to be able to. G2 with it.
The opposition on top of the tier 2 boots. Massive deficits. And Olaf now, got to be a little bit careful. Rich, do they even want to take this fight here? It looks like they do because G4 is here. Perks has to play safe, and the Aatrox trying to take down Jankos off to the side. But G find a bit more time. Rocky now running. The resurrection is going to come through, but Wonder's coming. He's threatened. He says, give me that Fear Beyond Death. But the flash is beautifully timed. Yarn though with a follow-up. The X does get laid down, and now they're trying to retreat. Cannot afford to get taken down by Rich. Sharnan, though, just cleaning up the rest of the team. Perks is going to live. A beautiful stop on that ultimate coming through, and G4 wants something, but he doesn't get it, and it's a beautiful triple for Hjarnan.
Yeah, and one more time, that was Ascension starting a fight, thinking they had the numbers. Nixar does not rotate with you when you're clearing out vision. The problem is that Lloyd hasn't even finished his jungle item, and is right now very squishy. So if he goes anywhere near that, he's going to have to burn summoner spells, means he can't get into the pit. And you can see that right now, G4 doesn't do that much damage.
But the Bane is on the way, and she might. The Blade of the Rune King comes through. Wonder's still going to throw out the ult. He still wants to use the Fear Beyond Death. Not going to get pulled in, though. Nixor being there saves his butt.
Massive.
Rich, though, has to be careful. He's just going to leap out to safety. Connected
There they
everything.
go.
Instantly leaping in. That's Rich going down. Rampage now for Jankos as he takes the kill credit. TP comes in for ASC. They think this is their chance to fight. G4 wants a little bit more. They know that Wonder is not here. His TP up and available as he respawns. He's not going to get a chance, though. In goes the Aatrox. Perks doing what he can to peel back the fight. But Hjarnan going off on the backside. Takes down the Bane. G4, though, going to get one back. Rocky kills himself as he tries to dash over the wall to safety. And it is Hjarnan on cleanup duty in the back end of that fight.
Yeah, it certainly is, and this is a different kind of G2, you know, not Perks carrying. Sure, got out a lot of team fight damage, but did fall down. But Hjarnan today, showing that he too wants in on the action, 7-0-2. Able to have a great performance, but really...
Those clutch moments come down to Aatrox trying to find a way into the backline, dashing through those Talia rocks. That minefield is just absolute death sentence for him in the end. And for G2 now, feels a lot like that victory lap, walking down their gold lead, those empowered minions, the strength of each of their members to pull it out. ASC for a mistake, looking for a window of opportunity, but it does not look like G2 is going to give it to him.
Yeah, and let me tell you, Draco, 14,000 gold, 15,000 gold, that's a big lead. When you only have 38,000 gold, that is a gigantic lead. I don't know if there's anything you can do at that point to muck up this game, and Ascension really are praying for a very uncharacteristic mistake to come out. But G2 not going to give it to them. They're going to close it out tutorial style. You can see how much the game means. They do not want to get one of those seed ones coming into the best of 5. So instead, they're just going to continue to play this one out nice and slowly.
Walking it down, looking for the opportunity just to close it out. They'll move on. They'll look to take a tiebreaker later in the day.
And that tiebreaker becomes hard because I think that Supermassive has had a couple of fantastic games and kind of an average game against G2 earlier today, but I think that they do have more, especially if DBM plays up. Sorry about that.
Yeah, Hjarnan killed Olaf.
Yeah.
That's what happens. Of course, a massive gold lead, so it is just G2 walking this one down. Now, we are still waiting. Maybe this is the moment. Maybe Nixor can do something, but sadly, that is a fed Urgot. You just do not get to play League of Legends when he pushes that R button. Jankos going to bring in another kill as well. Double in the end for Wonder. G2 slowly but surely cutting the last little light of hope out of G4 and the Ascension lineup. This is it. G2 moving up to 3-1 in the group, contesting for first place. For BioPanther, the Aatrox, the Urgot as expected, but giving up that call.
And I think that might mean the BioPanther can't really take the skill match. I mean, I'm able to guarantee the push. Obviously, Targon's users are able to do that.
Just playing with my heart, Spawn. We're going to have to wait to see what they lock in here, but it looks like jungle will be the priority, saving potentially a last pick, or will they give it to Schernfire instead? A Malzahar lock-in.
This is one of those comps that splits into a 1-3-1 very well, but then has very clear windows to be able to dive onto the back line. And I think that this is a comp that EDG can play, and the ease of execution on it is quite high. On the flip side, however, Direwolves have got all mid-Oceanic region.
Is this the year where they cut through plans, where they make it to the big stage? Because if you do it with an upset against EDG, people start doubting you a lot less when you set foot on this stage.
Certainly do, but I've seen a lot of Os on day 2 memes flying around at the moment. And the feeling is in the air. They need to silence the haters, shut it out of their mind, and be able to perform against a little bit tame for my liking, and Direwolves liking as well, apparently. Because with the sweeper going to look for an early game invade, and they won't be spotted out yet.
This is going to be disastrous. Braum at level 1 is such a strong champion. Concussive blows has already landed. They are going to look to secure the red buff, but will EDG try to fight back?
Absolutely they will.
Going to go the knockup, hitting 3 members, equally crucial now. Mako running for his life. Scout is on the way in, but so is Triple, the level 1 Malzahar. How much can he get done? Schernfire now needs to run, needs to make it out to safety. Scout is so incredibly low. King flashing over the wall. No,
willing to burn summoner spells, that's tough.
And when the play that you initiate so early on turns against you, there's a Feel waiting in the jungle to make sure you don't get to play League of Legends, but maybe they can turn it here. Maybe Schernfire can make it out, but Mako is not going to let that happen. They come.
EDG is just giving everything to Haro right now, every opportunity, leaving that lane. Scout looks all in.
That goes. Pressure comes out, he's locked under the tower, the Shen is coming in, the second charge of the ulti is going to go back though on the Shuriken flip, and that's a kill for Ray over onto Triple.
From Beast, and he still wants more.
Triple has to be careful. Already burning the passive there. He is going to get stunned up. Schernfire is here, but it's too little too late. Goodbye, Schernfire. You are just next on the menu. Level 6 comes in, though. He thinks maybe he can grab one. Does get it down. A good trade for Direwolves. A very small victory, but it is something.
Certainly is, but they go in again.
At the ulti, Braum trying to disengage, trying to get something. King dashes back, trying to juke him out. iBoy is going to get locked up, but only Braum left standing. Cupcake now running. And that's going to be the 2v2 kill in lane. iBoy unconcerned. Is not going to grab the kill as Cupcake flash. BioPanther knows he's already dead. Not any chance to outplay this one. Unstoppable, but Akali just going to hide right under that tower and walk right away. BioPanther can't get it.
Have yourself a Shen ult as well as the ability to... Oh my goodness.
So much damage. Just, you can't. He dies mid-ultimate cast.
Needed. Full Gunblade. He's 30 CS, 3 kills and a lot up, and he's going one more time.
Fire. 5-point strike, not going to connect there. Schernfire. He's going to do a little bit more, but has to be careful. Scout could go for something else. BioPanther now coming in. Cupcake collapsing as well. They want to take down Haro, and they may just get him. That is a kill back for Direwolves.
Take their play very carefully if they want to succeed.
Now we're seeing the Herald summoned by Haro, looking to break that final outer tower, potentially push for more. If Direwolves overstay and get a member picked off, but King is not scared. He's not playing scared. Might need to be, though. Haru coming in. You got Scout over the wall as well. Direwolves know better. They know this is not their opening. This is not the avenue. This is not that play that you talked about, Spawn.
Yeah, as soon as you see Scout come to the play, you're kind of like, let's go somewhere else, guys. You know, Scout's at the red buff. Maybe let's get
can't go into your own jungle either, sadly, Spawn. Schernfire trying to buy a bit of time with the Lamb's respite. Can't imagine he'll live too much longer, though. Is iBoy going to pursue any further? Scout leaving in the middle of the team. iBoy is there as well. They're just looking to clean up, but they're the messy melee. Double kill dropping for Scout. They're just cleaning up individual members. Triple still alive. iBoy now running. Cupcake just wants to get something back, but Ray is here. The Rift Herald is still here. A story of absolute dominance from EDG.
Dracos make it stop. Direwolves right now are getting run over. EDG look like they mean business. Scout is a man possessed, and nothing is going to stop this team.
Absolutely stellar individual play, and of course just a massive gold lead.
Holding everyone away.
And I feel like anytime we see an Akali take off in the game feels very difficult to win. But now, Schernfire going to get engaged on, immediately deleted. No, does manage to get the lamp but out. But Iboy into the back line now on a killing spree. Mako looking to turn it. The double dropping already. Ray off to the side. The triple for Iboy. They want to give this man a penta, but they're not going to pursue any further. EDG just taking what's put in front of them.
Yeah, exactly right. Now they can turn their sights onto Baron. No smite going to be up and available. They even take away the blast cone and everything right now in EDG's favor. The Direwolves don't have the items. Looks like they've been outplayed at every stage of this game. Elimination point, and EDG are unrelenting.
Scout walks into mid lane, ready to take a wave. The Baron drops in favor of EDG. 12,000 gold in this team's favor. With the Baron,
They just take the kills that are available, back away, take all of the objectives off the map, and look to close this one out technical.
merciless League of Legends spawn. EDG unrelenting in this game. 13-2 now the scoreline. Little Earth, Wind, and Fire close it out. And really, each individual member just so much stronger than their opposition, and potentially stronger than two of the opponents that could stand across from them. Akali now, 2.5 items completed. The taunt now comes in, triple. Caught. There's really no recourse here. Shen's just going to walk it down. Running for his life. Scout, though, potentially in trouble. King hungry for a kill here, but has to be careful. Scout has a ton of burst in the kit. The Ignite available. Members dying left and right, Spawn. Direwolves no longer a team. 5 individuals waiting to die at the hands of EDG. Not a lot of options left.
Certainly isn't, and they're going to look to continue to push in.
Shen goes forward. Iboy goes forward. He wants a few more kills just to close it out, just to remind people who they're messing with. Taking down so many members of the Direwolves, taking this inhibitor, and very likely looking to close the game here.
Yeah, and unfortunately you're watching the capitulation of a region, but you're also watching EDG return to some form.
Here we go, Spawn. EDG, final moments coming in clutch to bring this one home. Infinity sitting off to the side, happy that they made it out of the group after a rough day, and Direwolves are forlorn as EDG takes first place. And Supermassive are forced back into the Aatrox Urgot top lane. Matt wants to be in that spot. Ooh, utility, the option for Supermassive. Replicating
CC does have very high DPS, given the fact that the way her crit in counter pick, and it will allow you to hide Stone-Maged jungler. And we haven't seen a jungler come out yet. Nyankos has been performing very well today at the Supermassive, regardless of the case of which of the two they go for. And the pressure is going to be on G2 to be able to accelerate the top side of the map while keeping Kianan Wadid in a situation where they still have that utility to play out the team fight.
And the early game feels like it's going to count so much for both these teams, especially for Nyankos, as we see the composition now rounded out with the Gragas. What does Damage have to do in the early game here, Spawn?
I do think if you remove nameplates right now and just gave this draft to two different teams, the red side team would be happy. So I think that Supermassive have done a very good job of setting up some pretty clear win conditions. I think that Stone-Maged's job right now is to be able to guarantee topside vision. If Wonder gets himself an advantage, there is going to be a lot of trouble.
Spawn. That's like a Akali in the top lane for Wonder. 20 seconds mean there's no time to swap, and you have to remember that G2 has 2 carry threats. This time Perks.
This is a very nice map movement. They know that GBM is late to the play, and Fabulous still no
toward that push. Now trying to dash to safety. Perks, the disdain not quite going to connect, trying to pull him back, trying to bring him under the tower. Perks hitting level 6, gonna back off, and first blood now dropping. Supermassive, desperate to find a response. TP's being burned. GBM here on the bottom side.
Got 6 though.
Wonder is though. Have to be careful. Wonder just telling them to back off. Just going to be a play in favor of G2. Fabulous can't get too aggressive, though. They call it near impossible to lock down unless Wonder makes a mistake. Supermassive going to do what they can to take control of bottom side, but they may have been caught out. Snowflower now on the retreat. Rakan once again going in. The chain CC is there. Fear beyond death. Snowflower going to get pulled right back, and the Galio ult is too little too late.
That you have to take stock of the map if you are the Supermassive lineup, and you have to start thinking, how do we rotate around? Actually, there's going to be a fight.
You have to hold that thought because Perks is coming in. Fear beyond death is available. He's looking for Zeitnot. He's looking for Snowflower. Flash hit. The disdain is going to be sidestepped, but there's just no option. They're just absolutely deleted. Pulled back once again. G2 just destroying Supermassive.
And when
it's sad because he finally thinks he has an opportunity. He's standing right on the ward, and G2 just denying every single play. Fat Fabulous, we said he was doing okay earlier in the trades. He's not doing so great in the all-ins. Wonder hunting for blood. Hey, you're gonna respawn. I'll just kill you again. 2 times Fat Fabulous gonna drop here up against Wonder. Perks coming in just in case he needs them, but that's the solo kill for the top laner of G2.
Certainly was. You could see Perks was like, give me the kill. Wonder said, go back to your lane, take a turret or something right now. This one's on me. And the whole G2 lineup really looks like they are coming together. They want another fight.
Somebody trying to get something. He's not even getting a chance to push a button. There's too much damage. Now Snowflower's just running for his life. Zeitnot's got an Olaf in his face. Yanko's though on the retreat. Perks on the backside. In comes the Galio. It buys them a brief respite, but not nearly enough.
To consistently replicate your best play or close to it is an important skill. And right now, looks like G2 is able to do that.
Now Fat Fabulous is just trying to make his way out. Wonder, he's going to go for the retreat here. He knows Gragas is coming. He sees the Predator icon. I don't know if Stomage wants this. Goes forward. Now he's going to use the cast to try to knock him out of the shroud, but just knocks him right back in. Wonder now on the retreat. Trying to run him down. Wonder with no flash available. The flash forward just wants to secure it. That's the shutdown. Big play coming in from Stomage.
Just as ultimate, that means if a team fight does start up and you're able to stun the Olaf at the start of it, you might be able to get something. That's arrow.
Going into the middle of the team, just wants to get the fight started off, getting a little bit impatient here, and he's going to get knocked back to the middle of everyone. Now Fat Fabulous coming in, GBM looking for the block. Wadid says, I do not want this, and is going to back out, goes right back in, and now Fat Fabulous is on the hunt, wants to take him down. He's going to flash out to safety. Big overstep from Perks. Ooh, Wadid now has to run, tries to sidestep in, and is just going to get dunked by Fat Fabulous.
And all of a sudden, Supermassive saying, we can take... And then you can say, Perks says, I'm dead, don't try and save me. And Wadid said, no, I think I got you. I don't got you. And then he says, okay, I think I'm out. And he says, I'm not out.
Oh, and now action just continues. Yanko's maybe the one caught out. Zeitnot wants to get this play off, but Perks is still in the backline. The flash over the wall from Zeitnot. Jarnan now on the retreat. Perks into the middle of the entire team. 3 members locked up. Wonder's looking to clean house. 2 stopwatches immediately used. GBM needs to make it out. The quick taunt. Snowmage's trying to get it to safety. Zeitnot still alive. He wants to kill Wonder. They're slowly peeling back, but here comes the curtain call. Zeitnot dead in the eyes of Jarnan, but they will not find it on the retreat. Zeitnot just wants to get something, but G2 are simply too far ahead. He's running. He's trying, but it will not matter. He will drop in the face of G2. Jarnan grabs Snowflower, and the fight is won.
Yeah, and where I'm from, that's just called a gold lead team fight. You could see that the whole of the G2 lineup, one at a time, trickle in, just run at their counterparts. But they're just too tanky. They are too far ahead. And now they turn their eyes towards the Baron.
A desperate attempt spawn, and it looked good for Supermassive, but they do not have the stats to go toe-to-toe with G2. That may have been the last-ditch effort, and it did not work in their favor. G2 eyes on the Baron. This will go down all but uncontested. However, a TP comes into the side. Can't do a lot here. GBM, what is he doing? Getting locked up, chain CC down. He just wanted to try to find a way back in the game, but it's not going to happen. The sacrificial lamb just running in to die. Jarnan grabs another one. Baron drops for G2. Debating. But Wonder sees the second multiple members are committed. The second Perk spots that out. Wonder pushes in for the side of the tower. That Shroud's going to keep him safe. Supermassive don't know where to go. They're being pushed and pulled across the map beautifully by G2. He's going to take an incredibly confident engage on a lone member of G2. Maybe the 3 in the middle if they can find it from Supermassive to bring this one back.
And they just haven't pulled the trigger, and this cannon is just going to open up the base. There's nothing Fat Fabulous can do against it. So now their window for a play is even smaller, because if it does not work immediately, Wonder just takes everything.
Breaking the inhibitor spawn. We need to see it. Supermassive. Get second seed or die trying. That has to be the attitude. They need to get something done here, but Wonder just does so much damage to Fab Fabulous. Yankos breaking in the top side, and it looks like G2 are not giving a single opportunity over to the side of Supermassive.
They've just starved him out. They've played it so calmly, so collected. You know, they look for an engage, all of a sudden Jarnan forcing them back, and just nothing they can do.
Current call used just to keep those 2 members safe. Snare not going to connect, but Jarnan's now pushing in this wave. Perks is ready on the flank. Wonder is here as well. Ultimate off of cooldown. Will they go for the dive, or will they just let this cannon minion slowly chip away? And Supermassive, can you find an opening? Perks ready to walk into your backline at a moment's notice. This is disastrous, and Fat Fabulous looking for an individual play, looking to keep Wonder away while the rest of the team can go to work, but it's just not going to happen.
And G2 can actually just recall, because they just took 5 turrets worth of gold. They're fine.
Times you can work through any lineup, but it's just not going to get enough time. The defensive itemization just there to keep Zeitnot alive is not going to give them the damage they need to cut through the more vulnerable, or the tankier members rather, of G2. Desperation stand now. Final inhibitor in the eyes of Kjarnan. Pushing forward, using perks as the body block, the wall. Wonder if he
Perk
find
is
a way.
so tanky. He has like 3 tank items at this stage, and you can see that they're now looking for the fight.
Wonder now trying to walk his way into the back line. Eye set on Zaitnoff. They know he's the big damage source. Wonder now pulled back to the middle team. Chain CC locked up. Galio going to try to find the re-engage, but there's the Zanyas. The final fight breaks out. Fat Fabulous trying to keep Perks away from the carry line. But Kjarnan on a rampage. GBM untouched, but Wonder does not care. He goes in for Zaitnoff. He wants to reset it. He wants to delete that Ash, and he's going to get it. Easy clean outs for G2. The massive gold lead, insurmountable for Supermassive. And G2 Esports will take first seed in their group.